You are Joe Cortez?
Yes.
Mr. Cortez, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you.
On March 4th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, officer was dispatched to a disturbance call and made contact with the complainant witness, who stated that the complainant witness is her father. The complainant witness stated that her father had arrived and was attempting to load a shotgun as he was upset from a previous incident.
Whoa, did you catch that? Cortez isn't just getting a slap on the wrist. We're talking a full year in jail and thousands in fines. Here's my question. If someone's already out on bond for a serious charge, should they even get another chance?
He was loading a shotgun?
He stated that a witness, her grandmother, and her were attempting to take the shotgun from him when the defendant hit the complainant on her left eye multiple times with a closed fist, causing pain. She stated that as he was holding the shotgun, the defendant stated to her that he was going to kill her, grappling his hands against her neck, applying minimal pressure as she was blocking his hands. The witness stated that the defendant had been upset due to a car accident and that today he was loading a shotgun. And when her and the complainant attempted to take it away, the defendant hit the complainant in the face multiple times. Officers observed the defendant as he was still holding a shotgun shell in his hands when officers arrived and observed a red mark on the complainant's left eye and forehead area.
So was it all custody?
He's currently unemployed and lives with CW judge. That's as far as I got with him in terms of anything going for him.
I got to tell you, your lawyer wants me to give you a PR bond, but Mr. Cortez, I got to tell you, you scare me, dude. You're on bond for a DWI third right now. You're allegedly loading a shotgun. You've got all this. You scare me. The last thing I want is more blood or a dead body, you know?
Yes.
So don't say anything. I'm just telling you why I'm doing what I'm doing. Is my fear is that, you know, something even more egregious happens if we give you a PR and you go back, there's nowhere else to go. And the last thing I want is a dead body. We have enough drama in this life as it is, you know? I'm sorry, man. I can't. It scares me, you know? I am ordering you now not to have any contact with complaining witnesses in this case and not to go within 500 feet of where they live or where they work. Do you understand? I don't know if you're going to bond out, but if you do, I'm putting a monitor on your ankle so I know that you're not anywhere near where these people live. Do you understand, Mr. Cortez? Life is too short to live the next 30 to 40 years in a 6x9 box. It's not. It's way too short. Do you understand? All right. Thanks. Okay. Ms. Burns.
Question on David, was that pre-trial house convictions? What was his last name?
Yeah. So you have Cortez as well.
Yes.
This is the case that we spoke about
Exactly, last
the other
week.
day. Did something happen?
They were going to check upstairs. He had a pending felony as well, just to make sure that we were good to go with what we had discussed. And they said yes. So
Okay, so you got the okay, I guess, right? Okay. Mr. Cortez, come on up.
Hey,
yes.
Good morning, Mr. Cortez. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement. They're offering you 3 days in jail with credit.
This is we're pleading open to you.
Oh, you.
We're not doing time served. We talked to you last week about pleading open and a deferred.
It's not written as such then. Huh?
It's a medallion redirect.
Because look, it says 3 days credit.
Yeah, that's how it was. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay. So basically, essentially, I guess the state and your lawyer do not have an agreement as to what kind of punishment. So you're coming to me to punish you in this case. Are you okay with this?
John.
Okay. Understand that, you know, it's a first DWI. You know, we're all allowed to make mistakes, right? We all make mistakes. Everybody's human. But the problem is if you continue to make mistakes and you endanger other people's lives, that's when we have problems. And that's why we have harsher punishments, because we need to somehow get you to learn you can't keep doing this, because at some point, God forbid, something happens where you maim or kill someone. That's what we're trying to prevent. You have to understand that what we're doing now, the proverbial slap on the wrist, will not happen again. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. Not only that, because this DWI is going on your record, if you get pulled over, an officer's going to run your record, they're going to see that you're a prior DWI. If you smell like alcohol, what do you think they're going to do? Probably right. So if I were you, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, I would never get into a car because it's a huge risk. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to sentence you to 3 days in jail. I will give you credit for the 2 days that you've done. But like I said, from now on,
We were pleading to defer, Your Honor.
oh, you want to defer?
Yes.
Oh, that's more different because here it says.
I don't know why the plaintiff were the state offered time served, we were coming to you for deferred.
Okay. Is this what you want to do?
All right.
Okay, so this is a big difference, right? The deferred, and thank you for telling me.
Exactly, yeah, for probation.
So this is a probation where you must complete several things, right? If you do it, then good things will happen, right? Okay, so I guess we'll do 180 days. Probated for, I'm sorry, so we'll do deferred for 1 year. As part of the probation, you must complete a DWI education class. You must do a victim impact panel. You must maintain a guardian interlock throughout the entirety of this case. No drugs, alcohol, random urinalysis. Is there anything else that you would want?
Community service, did you already say that? Jess?
I mean, what does community service do? You know, I'd rather have him take a class and learn something than just mindless, just. Do you have any children, Mr. Cortez? Does he have any children?
Yes.
No? Okay, I'm just gonna do just these, even though you're doing a deferred, officers will still see this. You get pulled over, they're probably still gonna give you a hard time regardless. So, but regardless, whenever, no matter how old you are, no matter where you go, you're on a date, you're with the Queen of England, if you have something to drink, don't get into a car. Do you understand?
Johnny.
If you violate this probation by testing dirty, picking up a new case, you don't do your stuff on time, I will issue a warrant and we will have a hearing to determine whether you violated this probation. If you do, you're looking at 180 days in jail. Do you understand?
Johnny.
All right. How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Counsel for a reason.
I'm not going to find you guilty. I will withhold it for 1 year, get everything done, and then things will go well for you. Is that it?
That's great, Judge.
You done?
Yeah,
Thank you.
All right. Good luck to you, sir.
thank you. Sorry, take it on.
Yes, sir.
Hi, good morning. Good morning, Mr. West. Mr. West, you're charged with criminal trespass. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement where they're offering you 30 days in jail, credit for the 9 days that you've done. You need to understand that this charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. You can never take it off. From now on, you're facing a minimum.
This is big. A PR bond basically means you walk free without putting down cash. But the judge is clearly rattled. Why? Because Cortez is already out on bond for a third DWI. Add assault and a shotgun to that mix. And you see why the judge flat out says, "You scare me, man."
30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. Do you understand?
And there's also a criminal mischief charge he's pleading.
Oh, I see that too. It looks like the criminal mischief is going to be dismissed.
No, he's pleading to that as well.
Oh, he is. I don't have one.
I only got one, and I didn't get enough.
Are they not filed?
Should be fine.
It should be fine.
Sorry.
I didn't get it, I'm sorry, but let me see that one. I only have the first one.
You are harder to get a hold of than the Pope. Why don't you come to court? When you come to court, good things happen, man. You
Yeah,
know?
it should have been, I'd be weighing gas and it should be hard for me to get up here.
Come on, man.
I'm not, that's the only reason.
When you come to court, good things happen. We have things that we can give you, cell phones, tablets, food, place to eat, place to sleep, whatever you want, we can give you. All you got to do is come to court. This is all the time. Come to court. From now on, it's now, because of the two, now you're facing a minimum 90 days in jail. Any new cases that you pick up, you go back to this place where this trespass was from. It's probably not going to go well for you. Do you understand? So on your mischief case, it's the same deal applies. It's 30 days in jail, credit for the 9 days that you've done. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront, cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it will go on your record. You never take it off. Is this what you want to do, Mr. West? How do you plead to both cases, guilty or not guilty?
Good.
You're facing a year on the mischief and then 6 months on the other one. If you pick up any new cases, come to court. It's not hard. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
So I have Guadalupe Guerrero on docket today. I wanted to talk to you about his bond. He picked up a VPO. So I just wanted to see if you were going to revoke his bond. He has no bond in felony and I have no arguments.
Is he in custody?
Yes, sir.
PDR as well, Judge.
Oh, he picked up a felony DPO.
And one for us. I don't have any arguments, Judge.
No, Mr. Guerrero, please. Yeah. Lupe. I don't even know what happened, so let's figure it out. I mean, all I know is that this is a third VPO. You know?
Correct. The state has made an offer. He wants to think about it. If we can get a reset until after his felony court date, which is next month, I believe, April 23rd. And then on our next setting, he'll let us know.
What did you offer?
I'm
Or
Sebastian.
is this,
Sebastian offered a tentative offer of maybe 90 days. He didn't put it in yet, though.
okay. It'd be interesting to see, is there an offer upstairs too? Do you know?
Let me check.
I mean, it's a new case. It's like,
It's brand new.
I can't imagine there is. It was filed, 5 days ago. So
Yeah.
No offer on the cases upstairs.
I mean, theoretically, we could have a hearing to hold him at no bond. You know,
I leave it to the court. He has no bond upstairs. Regardless, he's going to be here.
let's see when they set. Okay. Good morning, Mr. Guerrero. With us, you have picked up a terroristic threat in January of this year. A month later, you picked up a violation of protective order. It's now come to my attention that you've picked up yet another violation of protective order. I have no idea what happened in that new case. We're going to find out. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. The felony.
The felony? Okay, yes, Judge. On February 28th, 2025, an officer was dispatched to a suspicious persons call at a residence in Harris County, Texas. On scene, the officer observed the defendant across the street from the complainant's house. The complainant advised that she made multiple reports on the defendant, and on January 28th, 2025, the defendant was ordered not to go within 200 feet of the complainant's residence as a part of a MOA. The defendant was at her residence on February 27th, 2025, and stayed about 20 minutes and knocked on a window. On February 28th, 2025, the defendant returned and the complainant observed the defendant sitting on her porch.
So the newest one is from the 28th, just gets filed in March.
Yes. Yes.
Do we know if any threats or anything like that happened?
No threats are alleged. We've made 2 attempts to reach out to the complainant since the incident and she hasn't answered yet.
Okay. We have court orders for a reason, you know? We don't like to just put people in jail willy-nilly for shies and giggles. And I get that you have nowhere else to go, but a court order is a court order. You know, if you ever have any issues, come back, talk to us. Perhaps we can work something out, but you just can't do stuff on your own. It's not the worst, right? So what I'll do is I'm just going to raise the terrorist threat by $1. Okay. I'm not going to give you a bond reduction yet on the new case. So on the VPO, the violation case that you have with us, the bond is set at 25,000. On the terroristic threat, your bond is set at 2,500. You have a PR bond on that case. I'm going to yank the PR bond because we can't just continue to do this. I'm only going to raise it up by $1, but I don't know if you're going to get out, but how do we get your attention, Mr. Guerrero? You know, what do we do? No means no. So I am now going to place a leg monitor on you. If you get released, I'm putting a monitor on you and I'm giving you 1,000 feet radius that you're not to go where she lives or where she works. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I don't know if you're going to get out because you're being held at no bond on the felony case, but if you do, just don't go back. That's all we're asking you to do. Okay, so
We're gonna get a reset until after the felony, so he can think about it, the offer, and see what's happening there, and then
okay, so the felony's set for
April
April
23rd.
23rd. You want to do the day after?
Yeah.
Okay,
The day after.
I'm sorry, but we just come back. We can find you a place to stay, Mr. Guerrero. Doesn't have to be like this, really. All right, good luck, friend. So I need him to sign conditions, so
Okay.
before he takes off. So Felicia, so GPS prior to release, no weapons, no going within 1,000 feet of lives, works, and then prior to release.
Yes,
And then, so 2501, please, on the terroristic threat, Guerrero. Good morning, Ms. Salazo.
Good morning.
Today's going to cost you big.
Le va a costar un grande.
Get ready.
Prepare.
It's going to cost you big today, Mr. Lazo.
Voy, señor.
You're charged of driving while intoxicated, second offense. You're also charged of failure to stop and give information.
Dar información.
You have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 1 year in Harris County Jail to be probated for 18 months. You must do a thinking for a change.
Here's the bottom line. The judge isn't just hitting Cortez for this case. He's sending a warning to him and honestly to all of us that reckless choices like drinking and driving don't just wreck your life, they can end someone else's. Quick poll. Do stricter penalties actually stop repeat offenders? Or do people only learn when it's too late?
Or victim impact panels, a repeat offender DWI education class. You must also do a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see if other conditions must be added.
Tienen que agregar.
If they add other conditions, you must complete them.
Tienen que completar.
No breath test refusal, meaning that if you're pulled over in a car, an officer asks you to submit a breath test, you must do it.
Tienen que hacerlo.
No drugs,
Ni droga.
no alcohol, guardian interlock,
Tienen que usar un aparato.
$500 restitution paid to the first complaining witness, $900 restitution paid to the next complaining witness, 3 days in Harris County Jail as a condition.
Trabajar es como condición. Yeah.
What day to begin? The
21st.
You said March 21st?
El 21 de marzo va a comenzar.
You need to understand that this now makes 2 DWIs that are going on your record. What happens on the next one?
¿Sale con la próxima? Like what?
If you ever pick up another DWI,
Pero por
what
manejar
kind of sentence will you be facing?
ya estaría enfrentando.
Pues no sé, sería más grande, pero ya no pienso manejar y tomar.
Well, I don't know. It would be bigger than this, but I'm not planning on driving and drinking and driving.
Do you know how many times I've heard that,
¿Cuántas veces yo oí
Mr. Lazo?
lo lazo?
Sí, a otros yo sé que lo dicen, pero yo sí lo cumplo.
Stop. I want you to listen.
Pero ustedes
Do you know How many times people have told me, I'm never going to do it again.
Voy a volver a hacerlo otra vez.
Do you know how many times?
¿Sabe cuántas veces?
You never
Usted
know what happens in the future.
sucede en el
There's a
futuro.
death in the family.
Hay una
Your
muerte en la
wife cheats
familia, su
on
esposa,
you. You lose a son or a daughter.
un hijo, una
You
hija,
never know what happens.
sabe lo que va a suceder.
That will cause you to do something that you wouldn't normally
Se ha hecho
do.
normalmente.
You need to understand that from now on, if you ever pick up another DWI, you will be facing a felony charge,
Un cargo
minimum of 2 years in prison,
de 2 años,
a maximum of 10
máximo
years
10 años.
in prison.
Yes, I know.
And you don't have to be falling down stupid drunk to
Borracho
pick up a felony.
para que le den.
The only thing that needs to happen is you in a car, you get pulled over,
Que no paren.
just the odor of alcohol.
Olor de alcohol.
An officer is going to look at your record
Que va a mirar su expediente.
and they will make assumptions.
a presumir,
And then you will possibly be facing a felony charge.
intentando un delito mayor.
So if I were you,
Así que si yo
I
fuera
would
usted,
never,
yo jamás,
ever,
jamás
if you've had a sip of
hubiera
alcohol,
tenido un
get
tipo de
into a
alcohol
car.
en un carro.
Do you understand?
¿Entiende?
Sí, yo lo entiendo.
Yes, I understand.
There is also a $6,000 surcharge
Su cargo de $6,000
that you will be required to pay on this case
en este caso,
because it's a second DWI.
que esa segunda
I told you that it was going to cost you big.
va a costar.
And I will tell you now,
Y le digo
if you don't pay it,
que si no lo paga,
every $100 that you owe,
en toda
you will sit one day in jail.
ya en la cárcel.
So you can imagine, because with court costs, you're probably going to owe around $6,500 to $6,600. You can probably guess how long it will take in jail to satisfy $6,600 at $100 per day.
$1,600, a $100 al día.
Es bastante, sí.
Yes, I know, it's quite a bit.
Somehow, we have to get through to you
Usted
so that you understand
para que usted entienda
this is unacceptable.
esto no.
The only thing we are trying to
Lo
do
único que estamos
is
tratando
prevent someone from dying,
de alguien,
because every day someone dies on our road
alguien muere en nuestra
from an
carretera,
intoxication case.
alguien que está ebrio,
You are giving up the right to a trial,
tiene su derecho,
right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf,
tenga su
confront and cross-examine your accusers.
carretera.
If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal.
Su derecho a apelar.
Once you accept
Ya
this
cuando
agreement,
acepta este acuerdo,
you're stuck with us until you successfully complete it or you get revoked for non-compliance. Now,
ahora,
if you test positive for alcohol,
pasan positivas de
you
alcohol,
do something to violate this probation, like pick up a new case.
casos
You
nuevos,
do not do your classes on time.
clases, no terminan las clases a tiempo.
If you fail to pay restitution to the complaining witnesses, then I will issue a warrant for your arrest.
Ya, una orden.
And on a probation violation, you're looking at you're looking at an entire year
Mira,
in
un
jail.
año completo en la cárcel.
Do you
¿Lo
understand?
entiende?
Sí, sí lo entiendo.
Yes, yes, I do understand.
How do you plead to this offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Hablo no culpable.
Pues soy culpable, pues.
Well, I'm guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty, send you to the agreement.
Sentencio.
So in this case, as part of the plea bargain, you're also charged with failure to stop and give information, which is leaving the scene of an accident. And here we have two people that were, or two different, I guess,